So I'm kind of wondering, if the Broncos had a better offense, would they be a playoff team? Broncos put off a win in London against the Jaguars, and watching that game, I felt like you really saw how good the Broncos defense was. Honestly, that was what the highlight was for me. Russ played better than he has in the past couple of games, but he wasn't like the reason why they won, right? It was a bit too close of a game if you're a Broncos fan, but the defense stopped the Jags. I think you have to give them a lot of credit. I mean, 5 minutes into the game, Russ throws an interception, and the look on Hackett's face kind of just says it all. The Jags were in the red zone in the second quarter. What happened? The Broncos defense came up with a huge interception, kept the game at 7-0. It's really those kind of plays that people may not remember because you just look at the score and you think, oh, it might have been close, or maybe the Broncos ran away with it. But those stops, getting interception at the red zone, that's huge. Jerry Jeudy rushes in for a touchdown, and then even there, right? We see these short plays, these runs that the Broncos get points out of. Again, this isn't to knock Russell Wilson, but it's the reality of this year, right? He hasn't been playing well. He just hasn't. And it's one of those things where I think that the Broncos defense this year has been completely overshadowed by that. If you look at like the way they've been playing, they've given Russ and the offense a chance almost every game, I think. And I think if the offense could have gotten it together a bit sooner, they might have been in better position now than, to be able to make the playoffs and make a run for the playoffs. I know their record right now is just, I think, really indicative of how Russell Wilson and the offense have not been able to get things going because the defense has been playing pretty well. Now with the trade deadline having been finished and Chubb being sent away, who knows how this Broncos team will look moving forward in terms of just their chemistry or how big of an effect that has on them. I don't know. It's just, I think it's unfortunate to kind of see this team had really good potential going into the season. And, if you guys remember, there was this last season, right, when Rodgers had his question of, is he going to go back to the Packers or not? Everyone was just saying, oh man, the Broncos are just one quarterback away from making the Super Bowl, one quarterback away. And they have a guy who, at the time everyone believed was one of the best in the league. And now you put him in the equation and look where they're at. It's a weird thing, right? I think, they really are a good team. It's just that the issues, man, with Russell and not getting really anything going for a long part of this season so far has really affected just the overall look of how the Broncos are this season. So what do you guys think? If the Broncos had a different QB, do you think that the Broncos are better than 3-5 with their defense? I don't know. I think they would be. Again, not to just pin it all on Russ, but man, you look at the defense and they're so good. And then you kind of look at how the offense is doing and can't help but look at that 3-5 record and think, well, there's one reason why it's that way, and it's not the defensive side of the ball. But let me know what you guys think.